wear short shorts and bras, and the boys love it all.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we have a problem.
Hey everybody, it is Rae and you are listening to the Houston We Have a Problem podcast. Before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that this podcast is a podcast for people aged 18 and older, which means that if you were not born on this day in the year of our Lord 2000, if you don't know what it's like to have somebody fuck up your internet experience by simply picking up the phone, then this podcast is not for you. Please.
If AOL music doesn't come on before Yo Sierra ride plays, then this ain't for you. It just ain't for you, okay? If AOL music doesn't introduce Promise on your iTunes, this ain't for you, bruh. It's just not. It's not.
Let me tell you something.
That's the only version that is the real version to me.
If you did not spend your childhood giving your computer AIDS with LimeWire and FrostWire and all those other wires and Kaza and everything else, and this podcast is not for you. Until then, go ahead.
If you don't know what a floppy disk is,
bitch.
Okay. If you were wondering what the fuck is she talking about, how could a disk be floppy? This ain't for you.
Fun fact.
That's okay.
The disc wasn't even floppy.
It wasn't.
Hey guys, this is Rae and you're listening to the Houston We Have a Problem podcast. Today I am joined by Just Lloyd. Say hey.
What's up, play cousins?
Crystal is off working on being famous adjacent, so it is just tonight, which I mean isn't really that much better. It's, we all gonna go to hell anyway. So
we got full ride scholarships and a book voucher. Tyrone the scammer was our financial aid assistant.
We got floor seats in hell. So, But let's see. If you want to get in contact with the show, you can tweet us at T for Tried It. You can email us at HoustonWeHaveAProblemPod@gmail.com. You can leave us a voicemail at 502-498-8814. Again, 502-498-8814. You can also find us on Facebook on the Black Astronauts Podcast Network page. Don't just like the page, but also add yourself into the group and you will be added pending admin approval, which is pretty quick because all of us are in and out of Facebook all day. Also, you can get some merch. You can go to tpublic.com/blackastronautspodcast. tpublic.com/user/blackastronautspodcast1. I believe that is correct. If that is not right, I will make sure that I find a way to correct it because somebody said they couldn't find it and that might have been my fault. And you might want to go ahead and get that merch because the merch that is on the page is about to become vintage Black Astronauts Podcast merch, and we are rolling out some new stuff really soon. We just saw some new graphics that are going to be on some shirts, and I can't wait to rock mine.
And a bitch is looking real cute on the graphics, if I must say so myself. Like,
if I do say so myself.
You know what I mean? Just saying. Everybody else looks all right, but we looking really good on our ends.
Just saying. And then also you can support the show by becoming a patron. And basically what a patron is they give money monthly to the show. And in return, we give you guys some brand new content. And we actually have some content that's in the chamber. We're just waiting on Aaron to pull the trigger. So y'all should harass him about that. Anyway. Lloyd is going to explain the levels and give shout outs to our awesome patrons.
So it's, 2018 is pretty much over. So I hope you guys are saving for your Christmas gifts and that time of year where we all go broke trying to impress people that we don't really care about. And I just want y'all to realize that I appreciate all the money that y'all give us, because I know you need to be saving for your vacations. You know, Beyonce dropping, tour dates, which means an album gotta be on the horizon soon, right? Could it be the long-awaited Beyonce Jay-Z duo album that we've been waiting on this entire time? I just know y'all got priorities, and I just feel real honored that y'all making us a priority for whatever amount you want to give. So our Patreon levels are as follows: for $3, up to $3, I should say, you get a shout out on the main BAP and archives. $5 or more, you get shout out on all of our shows, archives, the firesides, which are just like shows with no censor. Like, people are not trying to keep it cute. Then we also get entered into our quarterly giveaway of the $75 Amazon gift card, which is like us giving you $75 in cash, because really, what can't you buy on Amazon? Honest to God, think about that. And then for $10 or more, you get a shout out on all our shows, the archives, firesides, and your quarterly entrance into the quarterly giveaway of $75, plus bonus content, which could be anything. We're pulling all the stops out this year. New shit is coming.
Yes. And so with that being said, please shout out our dope ass patrons.
Let's start from let me roll on up. Ugh. How dare they? Who the fuck is trolling me with this shit? Starting with Nutella is life. You are a whole liar. Not half a liar, not 3/4 of a liar, but a whole liar. And the truth does not live within you, because Nutella is nasty. Sadita H, Kenneth, Justin C from I Do It for Hip Hop Podcast, because you got to say the whole thing like a pimp name slip back, not a pimp, not slip back. DeAndre, Veggie Vixen, Ronald B, V Williams, Feeks Beard. See, that's a troll name I can deal with right there. Okay. Peter H, Pashto, Shanae, Felt 5, who makes our bomb ass intro music. If you haven't heard it, you should start this over and listen again and get your life like I do. Deloya, Shlonda W, our faithful and consistent listener, Wanga, from way down under. Cameron B, Charlie, or Mr. Brent is what they call him. I'm not sure if his first name is Charlie, but I feel like we should be on a first name basis at this point. You know what I mean? Whenever you're ready. Simo, Ashley G, Chonilla, Knowledge, Dre, the disrespectful one, MJ. That is more fitting. Donald, Ophelia Ono, hey cuz, Teddy Funk, Charlie Snowflake, Angela D. Ooh, I lost my place. And let's see here. Ariana, Nikki M, Devo G, Willis Dickfit, another troll name I can deal with. Shadrach C, Shauna E, Jordan H, Pam M, and Ms. Square Master Flash.
We thank all of you so much for your contributions. You guys have no idea how much it means to us that you guys contribute to us. So let's see, Lloyd, you had a This Week in Black Wall Street. It's been a minute since we did it. Niggas been broke.
I know, cousins. We are so fucking poor, bruh. Like, so fucking poor right now.
So poor.
We're still poor from like previous years, or just trying to catch up. So this Black Wall Street is, at this moment, I'm still in the middle of patronizing it. It's kind of, well, what it is, it's an app. So for people who don't, have disposable income on a regular basis, us people who work really, really hard and pay all our bills and then barely have enough except just to get back to work.
Speaking.
Okay. Speaking from experience. Okay. We have all types of ways to get extra cash flow, whether you're doing a side hustle or you end up doing something a little bit more detrimental to your long-term cash flow, like payday loans. So the app that I'm going to be talking about is called Solo Funds. That's SLOFUNDS. And what it is, it's an app that allows you to do peer-to-peer lending. Let me break that down for you. Usually when you apply for like a loan, or you're getting it from some type of financial institution, you know what I mean? And they're looking at all types of variables, deciding whether or not they're going to give you said loan, and then that will report to your credit, right? Mm-hmm. And essentially that's the same idea with the payday loan, except their terms, as far as like the loan length or the duration of the loan, is way shorter, usually 2 weeks. And then their interest rates are way higher. So what the main thing that Solo Funds is doing is that they're cutting out the banking. So literally it's like Craigslist for loans, except it's between people around your area. So me as Lloyd will put out there, I need $500 for XYZ. And then Sarah, who just happens to live in Cincinnati somewhere, we don't even have to necessarily be friends. You know what I mean? We'll be like, I'll loan you that money under these terms. And then Basically, she was like, yeah, I'll give you the $500, but in 3 weeks you got to pay me back $550. And what's really cool about solo funds is not only does it cut out the banking institutions and, you can work out, you basically get to shop for a loan amongst your peers, is that the fact that it also reports to your credit.
Dope.
So it can help you build credit. And it's literally just launched on Apple, on the Apple market, as well as the Google Android market. Yes, that's what I was thinking about. So if you want to download it, I definitely suggest it. It was created by UC alum by the name of Travis Holloway. He is the co-creator and CEO. So far, it has raked in $1.2 million.
Nice.
And it's only been around for a week. Like I said, I'm currently in the process of trying to patronize it. I don't necessarily need a loan. I just wanted to see how it works. So I just put out a request for like $25 to see who's going to offer me. And I already have some offers. One woman said she'll loan me the $25 and all I have to do is pay her back in a week $30, which I feel like is a little high. But I'm enjoying it so far. I'm gonna let y'all know when I finally figure out who I'm going to be taking my loan from, and see how that goes as far as it reporting to my credit. But if you're looking for an alternative to payday loans and you a little strapped for cash right now, maybe try this out and let me know what you think about it.
That's interesting because I am very curious to know like how it works as far as like, okay, so if they don't pay the money back, then what? So
we gonna see. I mean, obviously they already thought about all that if, they managed to actually get it to the Apple app market. So
yeah. Well, that's dope. I'm downloading it right now. I'll let you guys know how it works. So anyway, Lloyd, let's see. How have you been? How have you been? Like, what have you been up to?
Bitch, ain't nothing like wedding planning to make you want to throat punch everybody you ever fucking met.
Woof.
Woof. 10 fucking days. I'm excited to see your ass.
I'm excited to see you too, bitch.
As my friend, you have 2 jobs, okay? Get really, really drunk and I'm gonna give a fuck if you don't eat it when you take it home, but you gonna take it home.
Okay, I could do that. I can do both.
3 jobs and go in the photo booth.
Oh, I will also be doing that because come on.
What else is there to do? Yeah. 10 days away, I'm freaking out about stuff that is totally irrelevant, like what I'm going to do with my hair, because money got tight and I had to ixnay the hairstylist because I was like, you curl your hair every day for fun, girl. You could do that yourself. I'm thinking white girl whimsical. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to black girl formal hairstyles, ours are real like neat and sleek. And white girls are more like, I got my hair in a bun and it's kind of messy, but it's cute all at the same time. Right. That's kind of what I'm going for, because who got time to be gelling and doing all that? I mean, I will secure my edges and I do plan to secure my wig. But yeah, that's what I'm worried about, hair. And I really am ready for this day to come and fucking go, because my pockets are on fire here, guys. Like, and I ain't going to talk about Cousin Ricky and them. That's a fireside chat. That's a look.
Lord.
Piss me off. But otherwise, that Garvey is now climbing the steps. So she's really planning her escape, if you didn't know.
That's terrifying.
I'm mad as fuck about this weather. It's supposed to be spring. Like,
girl.
I was expecting it could rain on my wedding day, but if I wake up to fucking snow, I'm cussing somebody out. I don't know who it's going to be. But how you been? Oh, and if you want to get in touch with me, you can find me on Twitter and IG at _Lloyd, or you can find my cute ass baby. Actually, you can just find her on IG, because I ain't really been fucking with Snapchat since they tried Rihanna. Y'all tried it, and y'all knew layout sucked. But that's where y'all can find me. How you been, Rae?
Girl, I've been today was actually a halfway decent day. Some lady tried to ruin it just a few minutes ago, but but the devil did not prevail. So just a couple minutes before we were getting set to start recording the podcast, I ran over to get some chicken from Timmy Chan's, which, sidebar, I don't know if the Asians just didn't show up on stereotype day for the chicken frying contest, but I don't understand how black people love fried chicken. We got that stereotype. Have you ever had fried chicken fried by Asians?
It is much better. I hate to be that way. That shit's banging.
I don't understand how we got stuck with that when Asians are really killing us in that. But, is what it is. So anyway, I was sitting out there. I was trying to get my chicken, and the lady came out, and was rolling down my window so she could hand me my food, and she dropped it. And so
she did what?
She dropped my food.
No, she didn't.
And so she dropped it. She looked down at it, and then she looked up at me, and I just turned around and rolled my window back up. Bitch, you know what to do. Go fry me up some more. I'll be right here.
I want it fresh.
Fresh. I want to see I want to hear the chicken clucking as it goes into the grease. So that was interesting. I'm trying to think what else. Otherwise, it hasn't really been much of anything. I finally got my car back, so that fiasco is finally over. Apparently, I accidentally left a subpar review for the dealership, and they've been calling me left and right to ask about it. And I'm just like, can I go back and change it? Because if I can't, stop talking to me. Because like I was writing the review, and I was writing the review over the entire experience, and it was like a 3 out of 5. But the review wasn't for the actual dealership; it was for the entire experience. And I realized that halfway through, so I just closed the browser, and I guess it sent anyway. So I was like, ugh, oh well. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it now, and I really don't care to try and resolve it. So, is what it is.
Like, quick crying over spilt milk.
I'm not worried about it. And if you would like to get in contact with me, you can contact me by finding me all over the internet at This Zeta's a Jerk. Before we get into the show, we have one more thing to do, which is our feedback from our faithful cousin, Ophi. She says, hey, Play Cousins. I know I haven't checked in with you guys in a while. Depression is a bitch who needs to find something else to do but fuck with folks, don't she? I'm still wrong. I'm still writing, still coding, still trying. Lloyd, less than 2 more weeks and the wedding will be over. Girl, we are at 8 days.
Bitch.
No, wait, we're at 10. By the time y'all
are
hearing
at
this.
10. I mean, at this point, you might as well just say 9. This day's over.
It is over. Crystal, praying for you to make it big so I can build your fan site. Make sure that you put some of those hood ass Black Planet glittery graphics with like the little dolls, and it's just like cutie. You remember them? And then Rae, girl, at least a pothole didn't catch your car, so the company should have to pay for it, right? Girl, no, cheap ass company I work for. Well, y'all, it's been real. Until next time, Ophi. Thanks, appreciate it.
Bye, girl.
Bye. Ooh, that was a lot. Damn, I'm tired.
I don't have the answers for that depression shit, but as someone who has walked there and been there, have my own struggles with it, I completely understand. And I just hope that if you're not doing anything else, I hope that you are getting some like professional help, because it's just good to talk to somebody.
And if you are not getting professional help because you cannot afford it, ding ding me. The only thing that I can really say is, like, on a nice day, just try and get outside. Like, that usually puts me in a little bit of a better mood. Down here in Houston, it looks like it's gonna be spring for at least the next couple of days. So these next couple of days, take your ass outside, get some fresh air, get the sun in your face, get you some vitamin D. Just go to a park and just chill for a little bit. It definitely makes a difference, because I usually get depressed around wintertime when, daylight savings time is around, and you wake up in the morning, it's dark, and then you go to work, and then you leave work and it's fucking dark, and it feels like you've been in hell all day. And now that that's finally lifted and there's actually like 2 or 3 hours of sunlight left after I get off the plantation, I get a couple hours to myself in the sun.
As much as I hate when that time goes forward, I do appreciate having that extra sunlight. It is nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's nice for the sun not to go down at 3 p.m. So
you mean as soon as you open your eyes? Like,
listen,
sun never came out.
It's eternally dark, and it's even worse because where I work somewhere where there's a lot of windows, so I literally watch the day go by. Like, I watch the sun come up and then I watch the bitch go down. It is so upsetting. It's upsetting. So, yeah, if anything, try and get outside. If not, you can come and watch my dog and pet her. I hear petting dogs makes you feel better, because this bitch is on my ass over this chicken, okay?
Mm-hmm. She should have gave you the drop chicken so you could have came home and gave it to her.
I thought about it, but then I'm like, you know what? Just go fry me some more chicken, because I don't need no type of muss, no type of fuss, and I would really hate to go to jail over chicken. I would definitely end up on... That would be the story that would end up on Guess the Race on The Black Guy Who Tips, and I don't need that drama in my life. Okay? Okay. So,
I mean, if I heard about somebody going to jail over chicken, I'm definitely going to assume that you niggas are bed with some niggas.
Niggas, because...
Damn.
Listen, speaking of niggas... Well, let's see. Actually, this show is pretty chock full of good news. Kind of.
Hey,
this is a celebration show. Lloyd's about to get married. She's about to be done planning that god awful wedding. Not the wedding awful, but the planning part.
Oh my God, so terrible.
So let's start at the top. Y'all's president's attorney is had their office raided in connection for possible bank fraud and campaign finance violations in connection to Stormy Daniels.
Look at that. Would you look at here? I've been at this point. It's like I really don't want to hear shit else about this until we're talking about like removing him.
Yeah.
Which we're probably not going to do, and I've come to also accept that as well.
Right.
So all this shit is boring me because I feel like I don't want to speak for all Black people because I recognize we are not hive mind and we're not a monolith. But I think for the 94% of Black women that did not vote for Trump, as well as the 80% of Black men that did not vote for Trump, I feel comfortable in saying that we all are pretty convinced that he definitely got help from Russia, that he requested it. Like, there was definitely collusion, and it's just taking too long to get to that part because most niggas get arrested on probable cause.
Yeah.
And I feel like y'all have hella of evidence to,
go ahead and wrap that up. But you know what? I think Black people are just, right now, we're just taking solace in as long as you know, we know. We know.
Because we been new, okay?
Because
that's why
honestly,
these headlines are just like, okay.
And I mean, honestly, I think that's just part of the Black experience in America is just like watching everybody find out something around you when all people of color are sitting there like, oh, yeah, no, we knew that. Y'all just...
Yeah. Y'all just got here?
Oh, yeah, girl. Ain't shit. Come sit down.
What?
So that's pretty nice, and it's interesting because
possible bank fraud.
Because
tomorrow's going to be definite bank fraud.
Because from what I'm understanding, the lawyer said that Trump or whoever it was responsible for transferring the money into the account did not transfer the money to account, did pay the money to Stormy Daniels, but it wasn't to pay her off. It was a gift.
No, okay.
And unfortunately for him, that puts him right in the middle of campaign finance violations because no matter what you gave her that money for, that money was not used for the campaign. And you can't do that. So for all these people who are getting ready to go to prison or potentially getting ready to go to prison around him, I hope that it was worth it. I really do. I hope the checks cleared, which they have a tendency to not do.
Donald's checks be bouncing harder than a stripper's ass at King of Diamonds. I don't.
I mean,
there are so many companies that are waiting to get paid after doing. Yeah.
Let me start by saying I fucking hate you. Bitch.
What?
Stripper's ass at King of Diamonds. I hate you.
My niggas. But seriously though, have you ever heard of anybody who had a contract with Donald Trump that actually got paid?
Stormy Daniels.
He got some of his old. You got me there, bitch. You got me there. But she ain't even get the white woman money that she was supposed to get. I'm
sorry, 130. What was 130,000? 130. It wasn't 130 million. It wasn't a million.
It was 130,000, which ain't buying 1/4 of a house in California, which I'm assuming she probably was in.
Girl,
most porn is shot in California.
So I don't understand, but okay. Good luck with all that.
Selling yourself short, like ugh. You know what he would have been paying me $130,000 for? To brush his toupee back into place. That's what $130,000 to get you out of me. What?
With headphones on, because I don't want to talk to you.
With gloves, because I don't really want your skin cells on my fingers.
And I'm definitely taking the strand to be tested to find out exactly what type of fur that is. Okay.
But yeah, like none of that shit's surprising. Like it's scary to me because at this point now, the absurdity that is Donald Trump and his presidency has become so normal to me. It's like I'm becoming numb to it, which scares me a little bit because I don't want myself to start thinking that this shit is normal. But at this point, it kind of is. Like it's been almost 2 years of just new fuck shit every day. Like there's another Trump headline like every 25 minutes. It's hard to keep up with.
I mean, I'm definitely numb to it, but I'm numb to most things because I'm just like, just let me know. I just feel like right now what I'm doing is kind of like keeping a bracket with all the things in the news of like I'm like making.
That's a good way to organize that.
I'm gonna do a bracketology on what I think is gonna kill us first. Because there's so many things that are like competing right now, and I feel like I just want like a run. I have like a pool of what do you think is going to kill us first. I personally have my money on Superbug. But
Superbug?
You know, like a super flu or like smallpox. Or
Okay, I'm about to say, is there another one? Because Ebola was a thing for like a hot 10 minutes.
No, I don't think that it's going to be something like Ebola. I feel like it's going to be something that's definitely airborne, and it's definitely going to be passed along via patient X is going to be some like Starbucks barista who came into work sick because they can't afford to not go to work because they're not required, you know, because their company. I don't think Starbucks is doing it though, but like McDonald's then.
It would have to be McDonald's because Starbucks definitely gives you health insurance at like 36 hours a week.
Nice. So yeah, like it'll be a McDonald's worker who came to work because they couldn't afford to miss work because they don't make enough money and they're probably going to lose their job if they miss another day. And they
live in a state that just instituted Trump Care, which is not even insurance, but that's a whole nother argument.
Listen, and it's just going to spread from there. And so I'm thinking Superbug. I think that nanotechnology is taking too long. We're still in the very, very early stages of the robot apocalypse. So I'm not really too worried about that. There's also pollution and global warming. That's ramping up, but they're telling us that that's going to be about 50 years, and I don't think we'll make it that long. And then there's also
50 years. It's snowing still in April.
I mean, it is also
mid-April.
It's also Ohio, so then there's also nuclear war, which I mean is a close contender to super flu. So we're just gonna have to see, you know.
I personally have my money on Thanos. Honestly,
I would be so grateful. Can Thanos come through, my nigga?
Like, what you doing, homeboy? You late?
Where you at?
Okay, he like who all over there, and yeah.
I would be down for alien invaders. That would be pretty cool.
I'll take that.
Whatever. Whatever's gonna kill us. If you're gonna kill us, bring it. Like, come on, bro. You're taking all day. Like, the suffering is enough. Just come and make it happen.
At this point, you know, if you want to come promptly April 28th after I've already seen Infinity War, knock yourself out.
You know, because that's all I'm holding out for.
At this point, I'd be done doing all the things I wanted to do. Seeing Black Panther, when the wedding came and went, and then I seen Infinity War. You know, yeah. But I definitely got my money on Thanos.
I'm hoping for Thanos. It was funny because Aaron, I was talking to him the other day and he was talking about like Game of Thrones, and I'm like, I can't even think that far ahead right now.
My nigga, but Ice Dragon.
Listen, they just got finished filming the I guess the longest battle scene of the show, and I'm just like,
yeah, they said it took them 40 days to film it, and the previous longest battle scene was from the Battle of the Bastards, and that took 25 days to film. When I think about that whole scene, man, it was beautiful.
Good.
It was so good. It was so fulfilling.
I don't think I've been that stressed out by a TV show in a long time. Like,
no, but for real though, Game of Thrones is the most addictive, stressful shit ever.
And if you're not watching, I don't know. What are you doing?
Yeah, we don't want to talk to you about it, okay? When you get to the Red Wedding, no one cares.
And you know what? What stresses me out the most about Game of Thrones is realizing all these years I've been enjoying it, but now it's really starting to come around that like it's about to be over. And I don't know what I'm going to do with myself when I'm not, because if I'm not watching Game of Thrones, I've been waiting on Game of Thrones.
Honest to God.
And so I don't know what to do when I'm not waiting on Game of Thrones anymore.
You know, there's gonna be like a whole patch of my life that I'm gonna have to go figure out, like a hobby or something.
I don't know.
But see, that's how much we hate Donald Trump. We done forgot where we were. Yeah, Trump's lawyer, possible bank fraud, campaign finance violations. Spoiler alert: he did that shit, bro. They did that shit. Whatever they saying that he did that shit. Okay.
Now, speaking of people who did that shit, Pilliam Cosby. It's back in the courts.
Big Pilly.
For his retrial for was it sexual assault, I believe. Hopefully this time on the jury they found people who are willing to prosecute and convict his ass. Milky-eyed motherfucker. There was also a nude protester that was out there. She was promptly tackled to the ground. Apparently, she was a former child actor or something like that. When I saw her face, I kind of looked and was like, she looks like a girl that
She
I've
looks
seen on
like
TV.
someone I know. Where have I seen you before?
Like Journey
They were saying that
Smollett, but not.
she actually had like a cameo on the Cosby Show as a child. So
Yeah, it was like Journey Smollett, but not. You know.
I do be feeling like I be seeing Journey Smollett everywhere.
Yeah,
in real life.
But I like people look like they related. So yeah, I don't know if she didn't realize that he's like mostly blind. So I don't know what she was going for with that. But you tried, and good for you. Nice try.
I mean, I feel like it's just one of those things where she's, she knows if I'm nude in any way, shape, or form, or I'm, going against the status quo, like it's just in a way to get attention. You know that picture is going to be everywhere versus your typical sign that you put on like poster board or some shit.
Right. I mean, and it definitely
and them
brought
titties
light.
Were nice. I
were,
seen them. They were
titties
nice.
were tittying.
Writing or not, they were pretty perky.
I will also say that she brought a lot of attention to the fact that the retrial was restarting because I had no idea until this story dropped. So,
really
good on you, sis. Let's see. In lighter news, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are still getting married.
Yep.
Trump is not invited.
Because they have good taste and they want to actually enjoy their day and not be ruined by him and his shenanigans and that bad lace front wig.
Right. The Obamas will also not be there.
But they wouldn't confirm whether or not they were invited, which means they were.
They were invited. Totally invited.
And because they're so polite and don't want to deal with Trump acting a fool and attacking Meghan Markle and them ruining their day, they probably decided not to go. I could see that being the only reason because they be up in the Queen's Castle all the time.
They have a suite. It's the Obama suite. It's just their bed.
They have the East Wing belongs to the Obamas. This is their summer vacation home.
Yeah. And the thing is this year they are not accepting wedding gifts. Instead, they are encouraging their guests to donate to a list of charities that cover.
Y'all really be sending these rich motherfuckers gifts?
I mean, it's protocol.
I mean, I understand as a wedding guest, like someone who actually gets invited, but just random people?
No, I mean, their wedding guests.
Okay.
Or whoever's going to send them a gift, they encourage them to, instead of sending them a gift, because he's the fucking prince of, where's that place?
Wales?
No, is it Wales?
This is when we need Crystal.
Yeah.
She's a worldly woman.
He's the prince of the colonizers, okay?
Colonizer!
He don't need shit else. He got it. Okay, so
don't scare me like that, colonizer.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I said, I got my money on Thanos as long as he come April 28th.
Come through, Thanos.
Please take Donald Trump first, and then you can take Bill Cosby.
Hey, I mean, we can start up a list. Just to
I have a list. It just doesn't have a particular order, except Donald Trump is always number one.
Yeah. Hey, whatever order. So yeah, that's dope though. Like one of the charities was for HIV. What was it? It was HIV medication and studies and stuff like that. I know Princess Diana, one of her really big causes was HIV, and to keep within his mother's legacy, he decided that that was going to be one of the charities that he encouraged people to donate to. So Prince Harry out here doing the damn thing. Good for him.
Doing the thing.
And good for Meghan too, And shout out to Meghan for not
secure the bag, sis.
Ooh, so just real quick, let's do a little celebrity gossip talking about securing the bag because I was talking about this on Twitter. Okay.
Okay.
So Khloe Kardashian is dating some basketball player named what's his name?
Tristan Thompson.
Tristan
or Thomas.
I don't know.
It's definitely Tristan is the first name.
Tristan. We just gonna call him Tristan because we friends now. We about to tell all your business. So they've been together. They expecting a baby in the next couple weeks, right? So apparently, when Tristan had got with Khloe, he left a very pregnant girlfriend in the wake to go and date Khloe Kardashian. And he does not acknowledge the baby, and the baby mom, she's been low, minding her own business, raising her baby, I'm sure, getting her checks or whatever like that. But apparently TMZ came out with a video today that Tristan Thompson was in the club feeling on some new bitches, kissing all on her, and rubbing all on his wee. Just
that she was kissing him in the mouth in the club, and this is like, you rich niggas are really dumb.
Well, he is Jamaican.
It's still really dumb.
He's Jamaican, so that explains a lot of it. But I'm not gonna revel in Khloe Kardashian. Well, I don't call it failure, but I don't want to revel in her misfortune. I just want to say that Karma starts with K, and it's a real cute name for a baby.
I do like Karma Kardashian, you know.
I mean, it's gonna be Karma Thompson.
Yeah.
I mean, technically. I mean, in theory, you know, because legally you can change your name to whatever. But Karma's a good name.
But you know, she swore up and down that that relationship had ended when she got with him. I'm like, even if that were true, sis. Okay, he should not escape culpability for being a piece of shit. He's definitely a piece of shit. However, Khloe, Kimmy, Courtney, whatever the fuck your name is today, why would you get with a man that has a baby on the way? I don't want no nigga that has a baby on the way, like a baby that's about to pop out of the vagina. So the baby not even here yet, so you don't even know how the dynamics of that relationship gonna change. Like, that wasn't your first warning sign? Like, this nigga is just up and leaving his baby mama and getting into a whole new relationship while she's still pregnant as hell?
Girl, I don't know. I mean, because to me, it sounds like a bad decision, but who am I? I'm single. I don't know nothing.
You know, I do like bad decisions. They do make for great stories, except when you start making babies out of them.
Listen.
But that's a word for another day. All right. Well, you know, but it's okay, Khloe. You got money.
Ain't nothing to worry about. He plays on the Cavaliers, so it wasn't like he was.
Okay, but is he LeBron?
I mean, nobody's LeBron.
Is he Kyrie?
I don't know who that is.
Exactly. I don't even think he plays for the Cavs anymore. I only know like 3 Cavs players, and he ain't one of them.
But girl, you know I don't know nothing about sports, so you asked the wrong person.
Sports.
But
I
I do feel his name rings bells. Bitch, buzz me in.
I think it rings bells now because he started dating a Kardashian.
I mean, that's why I know him, but you know that is what it is. Speaking of raps and music and things of the sort, there's been a lot of movement this week in music. We got some good things coming. First of all, we all know that our Queen Beyonce is on the way with probably new music. She's been out of Jamaica, but she has not only shown to be an on-time queen, but also a generous queen.
A generous one.
As her set at Coachella will be streamed on YouTube. So I will be attending Couchella
2018. I will be posted with my strawberryta and, you know, my vape.
Right.
With tobacco.
You know, I'm going to wear me a nice festival top from Urban Outfitters and some sunglasses and appropriate some culture with feathers in my hair or something of the sort, you know, like the Caucasians
try to
like
keep it cute or whatever, you know.
But in the comfort of my own home, I wouldn't let nobody see me
with
like
my
that.
feet kicked the fuck up, chilling though.
For not $102,000. How much is a ticket for Coachella cost?
I've never checked because
I ain't going.
I'm just not a festival person. Like if it was 3 days of Beyonce, sure. But I don't like festivals that much to be doing. It's not for me.
I need a designated seat for the most part. I need a bathroom.
My knees bad, my back bad. I can't be standing for hours no more. That's not cute. I need
a place to use the bathroom that's not a porta potty.
You know,
these are things that I need in festivals have a tendency. I know Coachella has a payment plan, which if I gotta have a payment plan, I don't need to be there.
You know, I'm not going to knock you if you got a payment plan because, you know, you're going to pay for what you want to pay for. I'm just saying for me and how I like to experience concerts, it's not for me.
I mean, and understanding that these people bought the tickets before there was an On the Run tour announced. So, you know, they bought this ticket under the understanding that Beyonce wasn't going to be going on tour because if I was going to Coachella, the only reason I would go would be to see Beyonce, and my ticket has been secured. So.
Secure. But yes, the queen is so very gracious because she didn't have to, but she did.
And then also in the music world, Nicki Minaj posted that on Thursday, which when you guys are hearing this will be tomorrow. She is posting, I don't know if it's 2 new songs or what it is, but one is called Barbie Tings. And what was the other one? The other one was
I thought that was called Chun-Li, which
Chun-Li, if I'm not mistaken, is a character from Final Fantasy. So I don't know how many people know that, because everybody's like, oh, cultural appropriation. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's a video game character. But I mean, I'm not the one. I'm Nicki
That's
Minaj.
what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I could just see the think pieces now if they're not. Someone is furiously typing a think piece about this right now.
Because she says that because she says like she wanted to she said that like somebody in her family down the line is Asian, and I'm not the one to argue with that, because cultural appropriation is something that I'm still kind of trying to figure out for myself. I know when I feel it and I know when I don't, and I kind of feel it with Nicki Minaj, but I also don't care because it's Nicki Minaj and whatever, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not that invested, y'all. I'm just not.
I'm really not. And if the Asian community decides like, oh, we don't like it, then I stand with y'all. It's whatever. I'm not the one to argue.
I'm not gonna tell you not to be offended, because that's just not my place, okay? But I personally am not offended. I personally don't care. I don't even want to hear the songs for real. I'll wait and see, because this Nicki Minaj, I know I'm going to hear them because she's gonna get radio play because she's Nicki Minaj. But I'm sorry, and the Nicki stans can come for me, and I stand by what I said, but her music was much better when she was still fucking Safari. I'm not saying that he was her ghostwriter, but I'm also not saying he wasn't.
Excuse me. I, for one, I don't want to say I'm excited, because I'm done with being excited for Nicki Minaj, because she's let me down multiple times.
She's failed me every fucking album, okay? Like, I look forward to her features more than anything, and even lately, that shit has been terrible.
Yeah. And so I'm not really excited about it, but I really am hoping that at least one of these albums not albums, but whatever one of these projects are, I'm hoping that it is the Onika that I used to know and love. Yeah, I'll just leave that there.
How's she gonna do that though? How's she gonna do that? She sees Tafari out here trying to, not be robbed and keep his penis off the internet.
Poor so no, he ain't trying to keep his penis off the internet, but he is trying his best to not be robbed. And poor Safari, I hope that whatever he needs to get help for whatever happened for him getting robbed, because I know I would have PTSD if I got robbed at gunpoint.
Yeah, that's just not. It's not funny, and it's like we give men so much shit about toxic masculinity, but at the same time we want to tease him because he's crying about it. Like, that's not an everyday experience. Like,
so
I don't understand why we expect men to be hard during situations where it's totally okay to be a complete human and be afraid or sad. Like,
so transparency, I watched that video and I laughed, not because he was crying, but just how people crying, this is awful, people crying and trying to tell a story cracks me up sometimes.
I mean, it is funny as fuck, because it's like you're crying so hard I can't even understand the story. You know what I mean?
He's trying to hold it together, and I understand that when I heard first, they like, oh, he went to Angie Martinez and he got robbed. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's sad. But then I heard it and I was just like, that's awful. I hope he feels better.
I'm just saying, my nigga, you might want to invest in some security.
Some better security. Because you know what? I feel like Safari got, like, in a fight with Meek Mill. Didn't he?
Well, no, nigga. It was Meek Mill's entourage was chasing him around the car, but he was like, I got on this all white, and my nigga, I'm Jamaican. Me and Usain Bolt cousins. He was running around that car so fast they never actually caught him.
That's funny. But yeah, he just needs better security, because I feel like he's been run up on more than one occasion, and you pay them niggas too much money. Unless you don't pay him at all, then you just...
I don't think that nigga has any security outside of the hip hop security, and they be like, yeah, the camera's off and so are we. Bye.
Hello.
Bye.
So I mean, more power to you, Safari. Let's see. Oh, and you know what? Speaking of people who are making good music, Drake dropped a new song for the summertime called Nice for What? And it's a dope ass song and a dope ass video. A lot of people are getting out their thought bops for the summer and the springtime, because it's supposed to be getting warm in most of the country. Just a little slow to the start, which is fine. And so this song is a nice little Louisiana bounce, New Orleans bounce music. You know what I mean? Little ass shaker. song basically uplifting women, saying you ain't got to be nice to these niggas for what, because you are the shit and you about to go hit your ankles and your weave and you about to be,
he said you about to be acting up on these niggas. You got to be nice for what to these niggas. And that is the mood all summer 18. Okay.
Duh. On top of the fact that I almost said her name, Bakalis Alamanzar, I feel like I said her name wrong, Cardi B.
I just started levitating, bro.
I said that and my weave grew 3 inches. Cardi B.
That's definitely a Harry Potter spell. I know it is. It's one of the movies in one of the books.
Cardi B came out with her new album, and that is full of thought bops. And Beyonce's about to come out with a new album. Men are about to be canceled this summer.
My nigga. Okay, black women are reclaiming their motherfucking time. Okay, and we are planning the best summer of our lives because we all know that Thanos or Kim Jong-un or Donald Trump just gonna blow us up on some stupid shit one day. So we just trying to live our best life, as Cardi B says. And what do you think about the album? I really wanted to do a drive-by on it, but then I fell asleep.
Girl, it's okay. So let me pull up my iPhone. I wanted to do a drive-by too, but it's too much work. But the album is full of bops. That will be said. One of my personal favorites is Get Up 10. That kind of gives me... That song kind of gives me a Meek Mill Dreams to Nightmares type vibe.
Yes. Free Meek Mill. I don't even like that nigga, but free him too.
I'm also a very big fan of Bickenhead. Which I guess is like
guap, get some chicken, guap, get some bread. Sorry.
Which is a Chicken Head remix. I can't wait to be in the club and have the DJ mix Chicken Head and Bickenhead together. Of course, in the album, there's Bodak Yellow, Bartier, Cardi, and Be Careful. And then my last song that I like a lot is I Like It. That's kind of Afro-Latina, gives me vibes.
I like it like that. I automatically start jamming.
It's a song that requires a lot of shoulder and a lot of hip. You know? You got to give it to them.
My song today has been I Do, the one with SZA. Because that's the attitude I'm adopting for the next 10 days. I left that nigga on red because I felt like it. That's really how I be feeling with everybody. And, that one particular line where she was like, what did she say? It was the best line on the whole song. Something I can't tell. My little 15 minutes lasting long as hell. Look. Oh, Kurt.
Oh, and then also she was performing Be Careful on Saturday Night Live and revealed to absolutely no one, because everybody already fucking knew, that she is indeed pregnant.
This wasn't news to us. I feel like this was news to white people.
It was.
Probably weren't paying attention.
Because I realized, like, there was always, because she was like, oh, let me get fat in peace, which I'm like, that makes sense, You getting cheese on your burger, you making money.
So when they first dropped this news like 2.5 months ago, and she said, let me fat and please, I genuinely believed her. I was like, bitch, you might just be getting fat. But then I started noticing all the trends of someone trying to hide a pregnancy, like, nothing but the face shots from now on. Like, if you get a full body picture, it's from way far back, front on, no side angles. You know what I mean? All these big jackets. And then all of a sudden, all her like evening wear were like ball gowns or something where the belly was covered.
I knew it when she did that. I think it was the Dior commercial where she was in the mirror and she was doing You're So Vain, and like she had like this thing covering up her stomach and you can kind of see the stomach a little bit, but then like that's when I was like, oh, this bitch is pregnant.
Gut full of Offset, which you a grown ass woman and you are a schmillionaire, as you did say. Right, sis? You definitely are, right? You're also a public figure, so you are going to get some commentary, right? Here are my thoughts. I'm happy for you. I have no doubt in your ability to be a great artist and a great mom. I doubt Offset.
And Offset
because
may also be a good...
has 2 other babies on the way right now.
Here's my thing. I don't have anything to say about her getting pregnant because she is a grown ass woman, and I mean, if there's any situation that would be, this is the premium situation to get pregnant by a fuckboy. You got your own money. That nigga got a whole bunch of money. No matter what happens, the baby is going to be fine and everything like that. So all things considered, I'm just like, that's great. The only reason why I would say that I was kind of like, damn, she really is pregnant. I was kind of, not upset, but it's like, that's going to cut down on her ability to go and like really push this album. Her album just came out, and this is when she should be doing, press tours and on every radio station and all over TV and stuff like that, which she is in some, in a lot of cases. She had a hilarious Spotify commercial come out. Everybody repeat after me.
I said record sales. Like niggas that are in and out of jail. They said that by now I'd be finished. Hard to tell. My little 15 minutes lasted long as hell. Look, bitch, you talk your shit. I think she's underestimating how.
I'm just more sad that she's not
to have a newborn.
I mean, I don't even think that she's for me, it's just like, damn, this is the time that you should really be going hard, and you're going to have to, she can go hard for a little while, but she's going to have to slow down after a certain point because you're pregnant. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to be able to go and do the shows and perform all the albums and stuff like that, which she just did a performance somewhere and she was doing pretty good so far. But, it's just like, as it starts to get towards the end of the pregnancy, it's going to be more difficult for her to be able to do those things. When
that child is 8 pounds in your belly and laying up on your rib cage and you can't breathe, it's going to be real hard to be walking around in them thigh highs. Spin anybody's verse, but
I mean, hey, it's worth a try.
If she thinks she capable, who the fuck am I to tell her she ain't?
I just hope that she can capitalize off of this as much as possible. Like, it doesn't mean that her career is over. It doesn't mean that she's not going to be able to do anything. It's just that for the next couple of months, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. And just the timing of the baby with the timing of the album is not optimal, but it's not the end of the world. It's definitely not. I mean, I think that she's about 4 months. So right around the time that right around the time that the whole summer thing is dying down is right around the time that she's going to be towards the end of her pregnancy. So that kind of times out really well.
Well, girl, no, they say she's due in July.
Oh, ooh.
And it's the same news source that reported she was pregnant 3 months ago. So I have a tendency to believe them.
And apparently, allegedly, she's pregnant with a girl. Her sister kind of let it slip a little bit. She said she in her caption, and then she went and switched it back. So hopefully she does have a girl, because that'd be cute.
Be so cute, baby Barney. Oh, I'm happy for her. Live your best life, sis. Who the fuck am I to tell you not to?
Oh, absolutely. I'm very excited for her, and I hope that during these next couple of months, she just, kicks back and gets to enjoy being a new mom, a new rich ass mom that's on top of the world.
Rich ass is the key word in that sentence.
So that's really all we got to talk about. We're trying to keep it brief because, niggas is tired and old. So,
oh my God.
Real quick, you got anybody who tried you?
He didn't try me personally.
Mm-hmm. But he tried it.
But he definitely tried it. So I just want to give a big ass Times New Roman ass, bolded ass, capital T to DL Hughley. He has this radio show. I'm pretty sure it's syndicated, but it comes on Cincinnati on our old school jams. And they have like a topic that they talk about every day or whatever. And the topic yesterday, he were talking about the few black women who have decided that they're not marching for Stephon Clark because of his comments on black women when he was alive. You know what I mean? And some of the shit he said was very clearly foul, very, clear as his hatred of himself as well as black women. And DL Hughley was basically like, well, that makes you a hypocrite if you're not going to march for him because of some things he said and this, that, and the third, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up, DL Hughley. Shut up. Shut your ass up. I'm tired of men like you asking black women to constantly have to choose our, race over our damn gender all the goddamn time to save you niggas. Just like, the two things don't have to be mutually exclusive. I can say that I'm not marching for Stephon Clark because he was a piece of shit and did not like black women, while also saying that he didn't deserve to die. And for you to make it, and he basically equated it saying that if you're not supporting him because of his comments on black women, you're basically saying he deserved to die. I'm like, who the fuck said that? Where did you get this from? No one is saying Stephon Clark deserved to die. unfortunately, if you're a piece of shit that hates black women, you're totally entitled to your life, and you shouldn't be taken at the hands of a police officer running into your backyard. But at the same time, I'm not obligated to stand and march for your ass. And y'all gonna stop acting like black women gotta show up to the forefront and just keep forgiving all the shit. Nah, fuck that. It's perfectly okay and acceptable for black women to be like, you know what? We gonna sit this one out. Maybe not for you. So I just want to say fuck you, DL Hoogie, because I drastically remember your comments on Corinne Gaines. And you definitely didn't give her this much leniency, okay? And she was an avid supporter of black men. You actually gave her shit for exercising her Second Amendment right when the police ran up into her house and shot her and her son. You know what I mean? There was no leeway for her. And all she did was exercise her Second Amendment right and love black men to death, even though the one that she was with jumped out the back of the house. And I need to see that same energy when it comes to black women, okay? If a black woman when the next black woman is killed at the hands of the cops or during senseless gun violence, I need you to put forth that same energy, even if you discover that she wasn't your ideal victim. I'm so over it. Black men don't have to be shit, but they're always the ideal victim. Every hashtag, there's something wrong with. Yeah, fuck you, DL Hoogley. Fuck you. And fuck everybody who thinks like that. So if you are one of the few black women or many black women who decided they're not marching on behalf of Stephon Clark because of this shit and his attitude towards black women, that's perfectly okay. And I recognize and understand that you're not saying that he deserved to die just because you're not marching for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I am definitely one of those people who was kind of like, that's unfortunate. I won't be fucking with him, and that's my right to be able to. Just in the same way that there were a lot of LGBT people who didn't want to march.
Fuck with Sandra Bland, yep.
Hey, I get it. You can't. Now, with all that being said, my T for tried it is just a future T in the event that I ever get famous. Y'all can't hold anything against me that I said before 2005 because that shit don't count.
I would also like to say if I get famous, y'all can't hold anything against me that was said before 2009. Thank you.
All right, so my T for tried it is for everybody who has had so much to say about Cardi B. Now, you guys know that on this podcast, we are staunch supporters of Cardi B. We've acknowledged the times that she's been wrong and have said the wrong things and things like that, because nobody is perfect, including Cardi. And it's things that she's done recently. And again, if you decide not to fuck with Cardi over things that she said, that's your right. Here's the thing though. If you're going to criticize Cardi or really anybody, you need to come with valid criticisms, and you need to come with criticisms that apply to everybody across the board. There's not going to be any moving of the goalposts when it comes to criticizing one person versus another person. For example, when her album first came out, hold on one second. Sorry, had to sneeze. When her album first came out, everybody was actually really surprised at how good it was, myself included. Especially because I was not particularly impressed with Be Careful. One moment. Girl, all right. Thank you. I wasn't particularly impressed with Be Careful, and that kind of made me nervous because when I saw the track list, I also noticed that we had already heard about 3 to 4 songs off of the album. But when the album came out, it was a fucking banger. You know what I mean?
It's full of bops, bro. Full of all the bops.
Full of all the bops. And so after people weren't able to say, oh, well, the album is weak or the album sucks or it doesn't have any good songs on it, then they tried to say, oh, well, it's just they tried to bring up the fact that she has a ghostwriter. Because a video came out a couple days after Be Careful came out showing the ghostwriter rapping it, and apparently that was from like a year and a half ago or something like that. I don't give a fuck. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Plenty of people have ghostwriters. It's not a big deal. So then the goalpost moved again. Well, if she has a ghostwriter, why didn't she get this? Why didn't she pick somebody who was a better writer and does conscious rap? First of all, Cardi B has a brand. Her brand is not Kendrick Lamar rap. It's little bitch, you can't fuck with me if you wanted to.
These expensive. These is red bottoms.
These is bloody shoes. Okay.
Okay.
So she's not spitting some classically profound shit. Don't get me wrong. The line at the end of What's Poppin', so when she says a stripping ain't a real job, how the fuck we buy our weaves then? Me personally, I think that's gospel. But that's out of my own hood rat ass Bible.
Low key, there are like several lines from this album that really need to be in like the good book.
The Smithsonian, my nigga.
Okay,
Somebody document this.
Definitely gonna be putting them on a shirt. Okay.
Captions, captions for days. Okay.
Oh, I expect to see them on the Instagram. I can't wait too.
So
I can't wait.
That was the next goalpost. Oh, her music isn't conscious enough. It isn't good enough. Fuck y'all, cause y'all don't give a fuck when Little Pump and Little whoever the fuck, you can't even understand what they saying. Them niggas have been rapping in italics for months, years.
They rapping wingdings,
and that's fine, because niggas is still buying it. You know, it is what it is. So yeah, you're gonna cut that shit out, and then also stop trying to play Cardi B like she's just some idiot. There was an article that came out, and it was discussing I don't remember exactly what the conversation was about, but it went into like one of her like the things that she knows a lot about. She knows a lot about the presidents and specifically about FDR, and I was surprised to learn that she was a nerd about that type of stuff, but that's just because I'm surprised that anybody's a history major like I am. We're a very, very small crew of people. We're always happy to find one of our kind, but I was surprised because I would be surprised if anybody was a big old history nerd. But Cardi isn't stupid.
It's so funny to me because you know what it really boils down to? You know why these niggas are so upset? Is because they spend so long telling women, specifically black women like Cardi, that despite what the fuck you do, you ain't gonna be shit. That girl, that type of woman is not supposed to win. The loud one, the one who knows that she ain't everybody's cup of tea. She's more like everybody's cup of Hennessy. You know what I mean? The turnt one, the one who's unapologetically herself. You know what I mean? The one who don't give a fuck. The one that used to be a stripper. The one that actually came up out of her situation. They don't want to see girls like that win, and it's mostly because she's not humble about it. She don't mind telling you about her accomplishments. Like, it's all cool. And like, they love the women who are like, they're the shit, but they don't brag on themselves. Like, it's cute to be humble. And Cardi B's like, why the fuck would I be humble? I've done so much shit. And like, y'all gonna start, I'm all about giving people their roses. And I just think people don't like seeing her win. Like, and it's like, why?
They don't like seeing her win because she was supposed to be a dumb stripper hoe who didn't ever turn into anything and wasn't supposed to be shit. And that's not the case. And not only is she successful, but she's successful in the male dominated industry. And on top of her being famous in the male dominated industry, she's doing everything right. She's doing everything that she's supposed to do. She's everywhere. You know what I mean? She took these Vines and these Instagram videos and turned it into Spotify commercials and a top selling album that premiered at a gold status. She went from Instagram videos to Love and Hip Hop to albums and music deals and stuff like that. She's doing what Nicki Minaj wanted to do on a smaller scale because she's not like on American Idol or anything like that. But she's doing what Nicki Minaj wanted to do without having to switch over to pop music.
Yeah.
And niggas are mad.
And they're so upset about it.
So,
and people are like,
that's my tea. Y'all are really trying it, and I'm gonna step off the pedestal for Cardi because at this point she's starting to get into this. I'm not gonna say she's into Beyonce territory because she's not, but she's just into the point of just irrefutable dopeness. You can just stop.
Like, yeah, you really just sound like a hater.
I mean, at this point, and I really do not like the sound. I do not like the word hater, but y'all niggas are being some haters right now.
No, real talk. I mean, if the word fits. If it walk like a duck, talk like a duck, I'm going to call it a duck. If
it walks like a hater and talks like a hater, I'm going to call it Azalea Banks. So
it's definitely fucking Azalea Banks. And and it's so funny because like you said, they always change the goalposts. Like, I don't necessarily think she has a ghost writer, as she had more like she gets reference tracks, which pretty much almost everybody does. And I just hate when people try to equate the way people use language with their level of intelligence. Like, intelligence doesn't come in many different forms. A lot of you bitches is out here getting fucking your heart broke by a nigga who can't read past the 9th grade level, and you got 3 degrees your damn self.
Right.
Just
plenty of people with master's degree that still don't know the difference between the theirs. I mean, and again, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I mix up the sell and sale. You know, there's sometimes that I got to reread my post to make sure that I'm using all the right words. But just because somebody, it may not be verbose, doesn't mean that they're idiots.
There it is.
And you would think that niggas would know that. Oh, somebody just posted. I'm about to unfollow this bitch. I can't believe her.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm scrolling down Instagram and this bitch guy, I don't know if that is. I'm going to send you a picture because it's definitely chitlins on the bottom part.
Gross.
She better be being funny. Nope. And then she put lunch today, a bunch of flame emojis, and she tried me.
I feel personally attacked.
I do. So anyway, wait, and we got our yes bitch, and I mean, obviously our yes bitch this week is gonna be Cardi B. Like,
I know it's kind of early, play cousins, but this might also be Cardi's year. Like, I know we had to give all of 2017 to her, and we might be giving it 2018 to her too.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
You know, it's early though. It's early. We'll keep our eyes open.
I mean, yeah, I definitely feel like this year is definitely going to be the year for Cardi B because we're damn near halfway through the year and she's getting married. She's pregnant. For the most part, anybody who matters is supporting the fact that she's pregnant. Her album is a banger.
My nigga, Oprah told her album was great.
Oprah's intern told her album was great.
Hey, Oprah's intern is listening.
And that's what's important.
And regardless of her being an intern, she still had to get Oprah's approval before that post hit the nets.
So, hey, Oprah likes your album. I mean,
so a resounding yes, bitch. Yeah.
Can I also give a quick yes, bitch to Chris Crocker? I don't know if you guys remember Chris Crocker. He went viral years ago for that Leave Britney Alone video.
I knew exactly what you were talking about. He's so funny.
He is. I follow him on Instagram, and he just recently released a song and or album and is doing really well on iTunes. I think that it is number 32. Yeah, number 32 on iTunes, which is really, really great. Because I don't know if he's independently backed or if he's signed or anything like that, but I'm really happy to see people who were famous on the internet or were doing other things continue to thrive. And he's also he's hilarious. If you don't follow him on Instagram, do yourself a favor. His Instagram name is It's Chris Crocker. So, bow. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you guys so much for sticking through this very, very, very quick show. Well, not very, very. It's still like an hour or something long, but you know. We appreciate you guys for listening. If you would like to get in contact with the show, you can tweet us at T for Tried It. You can email us at Houston. We have a problem pod at gmail.com. You can leave a voicemail, at 502-498-8814. You can find us on Facebook in the Black Astronauts Podcast Network group. You can get some merch at tpublic.com/user/Black Astronauts Podcast 1. You can also become a patron. All you got to do is go to www.patreon.com/Black Astronauts Podcast. And if you would like to get in contact with me, Rae, you can find me all over the internet at This Zayd is a Jerk.
If you want to get in touch with me, you can find me on Twitter and IG at thatgirl_Lloyd. And even though our co-host ain't here, if you're trying to find Crystal, just search Chrissy Chula everywhere.
Chrissy Chula or the Chrissy Chula all over the internet, and she will pop up. And until next time, guys, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.